We're looking.
Oh shit.
Lethal out.
She ran
Up
out
out the window.
All opponents eliminated.
What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Mack gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the Conviction. Is it the best LMG in Rogue Company? So let's head over and check it out. So the Conviction has gone through several ups and downs in its lifespan. It originally came out with Mack whenever Mack was introduced into the game. That's when a lot of things in the game started changing, is with that Mack update. We started getting TTK changes shortly after that. We started seeing a lot of fluctuations with the weapons themselves, because once they changed the TTK and changed the weapons, then they reverted it. Then they started changing the weapons in other ways as a way to kind of fix the TTK issue that they created themselves, that I didn't really find a problem with the original TTK, but that's a whole different topic. But anyway, the Conviction has gone through so many peaks and valleys in its lifespan, and I feel like it is finally in a position to where it feels like a very good, reliable, consistent light machine gun. We only have two currently, which sucks, because light machine guns are very interesting to play with, and they're very interesting to play around because they normally have a very high ammo count. They usually hit somewhat hard for the most part. They have varying degrees of accuracy, but they provide something that the assault rifles and SMGs don't provide, and that is continuous fire, right? You have so many bullets, you have so many opportunities to be able to pop in there and do what you need to do with the light machine gun, and the Conviction is a very interesting weapon for that, because the way that it's designed by default is that it starts with a very large spread. The more you fire it, that spread tightens and tightens and tightens until it is almost pinpoint accurate. Now, they changed this up a lot to where it went from like just a couple of bullets to make it pinpoint accurate to a lot of bullets to make it pinpoint accurate. You can upgrade your weapon and it requires less bullets to make it pinpoint accurate. There's just a lot of general changes that they made to the Conviction, and now it feels like at base you have a very good consistent damage output. Of course, whenever you're hip firing it, of course whenever you are trying to use it in close quarters engagements and situations like that, it doesn't feel like the best light machine gun in a lot of ways. But if you know what you're doing, if you know to pre-fire to try to get that tightened up as quickly as possible, then you can absolutely start to wreck people. At long ranges, it definitely feels like it is one of the best weapons in the game, because it does a really good consistent damage output from a very long range, and it has that pinpoint accuracy after so many bullets have been shot. I think that in the past there has been a silent buff specifically to the Conviction, because there for a very long time it felt like it went from the best weapon in the game to one of the worst weapons in the game, and now it feels like it is very consistent. It's good if you know how to use it, it's bad if you don't know how to use it, and as long as you stay in that lane with that weapon and know what it's capable of and how you need to handle it, it definitely feels like it is a contender for one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. I think it's so good at this point that it's the only light machine gun that they've given to another character by default, right? Because when Juke came out, she got the new Ibex SMG, and then she also got access to light machine guns, and I believe the Conviction was the light machine gun that they gave to her. We haven't seen the Maul go to anybody else. That has strictly stayed by default with Anvil specifically. So I'm very interested to see if they're going to incorporate other light machine guns into the game in the future. I was really hoping that whenever they introduced Juke into the game, that we would not only get a new SMG, because we knew the new SMG was coming, right? We knew that the Ibex was going to happen, because people discovered it in the files. They discovered it whenever they were doing PTS stuff, before Juke's PTS launched. There was a lot of information that we actually knew about the Ibex. I was really hoping that when they introduced her as a character, we got not only a new character with new abilities, new passives, we got a new SMG, we got a new light machine gun, and we got 2 new gadgets. We got everything except for a new light machine gun. And I know that there's only so many ways that you can kind of skin a cat, or, you know, so to speak, with when it comes to designing weapons and things like that for the game. The Ibex is a burst SMG. We've got the burst assault rifle with the Mamba that's been in the game since launch. Possibly a burst LMG would be kind of cool to see in the future. Maybe a 2-round burst that does a little bit less damage than the Conviction, but it's also as accurate as the Maul, something like that. It's very hard to make new weapons, and I get that. I completely understand the struggles of the developers to come up with new, interesting weapons, but their game takes place in a very fictitious universe where you have a gadget that, like, blows enemies around. It also blows projectiles and stuff around. It's not a real thing. You can't really do that in real life. So can we expand the weapons a little bit more and have them do some very cool and interesting things? It would be really interesting to see them put their brains to the test to come up with new inventing ways of how to present weapons and how to present different type of play styles. Well, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that the Conviction is the best LMG, or do you feel like the Maul takes that by a mile? Be sure to let me know what you think. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button down below to become one of the 256 crew members. And then also on Thursdays from 8 until 11 and Sundays from 10 a.m. until I get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by, say hello, join into a couple of custom matches. Up behind you, Griffin. Thanks for watching, guys.
Side.
Enemies have been wiped out.
Like that new wrap.
Yeah.
Looks like a fucking toy gun.
B. Full sending. Nope. Maybe not.
Lock that off.
One's in the middle going to A.
He's right here. There's one on the other side of me.
Right here on me. Tap.
He's right here. Oh, he's shutting the door. And he blocked the door on the left. He blocked the door on the left.
All enemies have been eliminated.
They're going to the warehouse. I just got stuck. And we'll just set up over there. He's hopping on.
He's in the warehouse. Look like Dallas.
I heard.
He's right here.
Oh, on me. And I backed up into her now.
Use a bullet.
Nice work, team. Checks in the mail.
The song of my people.
Shall I be expecting a medal?
That I was doing anything. I want now.
I reported that Metallica was playing a concert the other day.
Yeah.
Big festival, you know. James Hetfield gave a speech and started crying. Guys in the band all gave him a hug. But he was like, he's struggling with he's like, when I sit around, like before I come on stage, I got this voice in my head that's like, you're the old guy now. You can't play this shit like you used to. You can't, you're old.
He's still fucking ripping it though, dude.
Ripping it, man.
I mean, it's fucking James Hetfield, dude. A fucking music icon.
Yeah, it's like, look how big you are, dude.
Yeah.
Like, even if you stopped playing music, you did it.